You need to take risks. How many times have you heard people talking about risks? You need to take risks, but they need to be calculated risks. The way to calculate a risk is to use a budget. You can create a template. That's what we're going to talk about. Later on, we're going to discuss how to create a template utilizing your budget. And this will show to you and prove to you how budgeting will allow you to create a bigger business. It will allow you to create a bigger business. It will allow you to take a calculated risk because you'll be able to lay out, okay, if I decide to spend this much on marketing, how many sales is it going to produce? You're going to be able to look into a crystal ball now and know where your company is going to perform. You'll know what it's going to perform and how it is going to produce a new net income number that you never thought possible because you've laid out a plan. Taking calculated risk is so important. Taking risks is what you hear a lot of people talking about. You hear them discussing, hey, be a risk taker, go all in, go all out, 10x it. I agree with that, but I want to take a calculated risk and I want to teach you how to do that. A calculated risk is one that you've actually laid out a plan. You've put the numbers down. You understand what the numbers are going to be if you take a certain type of risk. That's the difference in a calculated risk and an all-out risk. We want to avoid all-out risks, and the way you avoid them is by creating a budget. That's why budgets are not limiting. They will allow you to take calculated risks. This is so important as a part of your career, and it is something that you need to understand, and we have a template that's going to provide you with a way to calculate this moving forward. Whether you're in a service industry or you have products that you're selling, this is going to help you take those calculated risks and grow and scale your business. In your personal life and in business, you're going to have calculated risks. You need to understand that a calculated risk is one that you take based off your budget. It's one that you take based off of a plan. You've laid out the numbers. We want to teach you, I want to teach you how to lay out these numbers. I want to teach you how to use a budget and how that budget, while it might seem limiting, it allows you to take these calculated risks. Risk takers sometimes take blind risk. We want to avoid that. I want to teach you how to take a calculated risk. There is a huge difference. And this budget that we just talked about in the previous chapter is going to help you lay out a plan that you can execute moving forward that will eliminate that risk as much as possible. So you might be thinking about saving for college. You might think about saving to start your new business. You might be thinking about starting that new business. That is going to require you to take a calculated risk. And it's important to know all of the different variables that are going to go into that. And the only way to know it is by mastering the budget. That is going to enable you to take that calculated risk. Risks are essential. They are a part of life. You might be taking a risk on buying a home. And you need to figure out and learn how to lay out that big transaction and take it in a calculated way, not just blindly.